Hi there, my name is Marie. I'm an author and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here today. If you are new to my channel, I'm an author of romance and science fiction novels. This is my channel. I've done a few videos so far. An introduction video. I've explained a little bit what my current slate of novels are, and I am now rolling out videos introducing you to my novels, and I've already done I think one or two so far, and I am rolling them out as much as I can possibly can within the confines of my time, and also how my life is at the moment. Originally I was planning to do another introduction video for my other novels, but for me it didn't feel right to do it at this time, but the plan is that I will be doing those introduction videos. I mean, actually they're actually filmed right now, already done, just a matter of me editing them and getting them uploaded, but it's just a lot of things going on in my head, in my life, for me to delay that just a little bit. I just felt more to do this type of video. I'm in August of the year 2024. I'm very happy that I have accomplished at least getting, in a way, 5 novels published independently. Hasn't been an easy road to do that. For me, it's a little bit of everything that kind of impacts my creativity as an author. I have, as of right now, I have a few works in progress. I have 2 romance novels in progress. I kind of have a science fiction, 2 science fiction type stories in progress, and a few other ideas that I want to start on, but I recognize that I can't be putting too many I guess irons in the fire per se. I've got to pick and choose what to work on, and it's kind of a challenge when you're dealing with a lot of outside noise or challenges. It was a miracle in itself that I was able to get my novels that are currently being available published. I've had, for me it's like the challenge is just finding that groove, finding that that flow, that creative flow, so I can focus on the story, focus on the characters. In many ways they're inside this head, and somehow they have to come out on paper per se, bringing them to life, and that could be a big challenge. When I was doing a majority of the writing of these novels, most of the time it would be in the evenings. I can't really write during the day. It's kind of a strange thing for me, I guess. I'm not sure if you're the only one that's like that, if you like to write as a hobby or professionally, because I have so many, I guess, distractions during the day. But then at night, I do a lot of writing, or I used to do a lot of writing at night, apparently late in the evening. But then, of course, I would have to deal with other distractions. A big example would be I had I think it was either Celeste's Valentine or Celeste's Valentine or Intimate Liberation, one of those novels, or possibly all of those novels in a way, where I had to deal with the stress of having dogs in my yard. I'm not a pet owner per se. I currently have a small cat colony outside my home, but I take care of in a way, but I don't have dogs. I am a dog lover, but not to go totally off the topic. The challenges is that I had them kept coming into my yard, and it would be super late at night and I couldn't concentrate, and For me, it totally threw off my routine. And I guess in a way, that traumatic experience, because it was traumatic, everyone thinks, well, dogs in the yard, it's like, no, it's depending on the dog, depending on the personality of the dog. But I had to deal with two of them, and they played off each other, and it was just such a traumatic thing for me to deal with, that it's, even now, even though those dogs are no longer a part of that family that my neighbor is, they have another dog that had a similar situation, but thankfully it was during the day. But still, the traumatic experience, throws me completely off. And there's other things that, could be that challenge. For me, it's with, anxiety. I deal with anxiety. And it could be, if I can manage the anxiety, which I do, I've, done therapy. I did therapy this year for a few months, because I had a lot of, triggers and a lot of things going on that, again, I was trying to get my creative juices flowing per se, and it wasn't working out the way I wanted it to work out. But that was one factor into getting the therapy. And for me, it's a matter of, it's the challenges of, outside noise per se. Like this past weekend, I had a lot of, I wouldn't say ideas, but I wanted to get more organized. I wanted to get back into the flow of being structured, because I'm a person who likes structure. And for me, it's like, yeah, I can get structure from anywhere, right? But it's other people and other, challenges outside of me that affects that, and it gets into a person's head. And so an example would be recently I was dealing with ADHD in a way. I imagine I do have some form of ADHD, especially it gets amplified when I'm under a lot of stress. Also, excuse me, it also can be amplified by hormone imbalances, hormone changes, because, me being a woman, I have that higher chance at least once a month to have that, affect me. And especially when you're getting to a certain age group and you're going to a different transition in life, that just adds on and amplifies it even more. But it, like I had to deal with that this past weekend, where I felt so unorganized. And I know that there are tools that I can use to help with that. And so today I kind of use those tools to bring forth some sort of order, some sort of organization into my life. And especially when it comes to my writing, my creative flow. To sum it up in a way, is that, I have so many works in progress. I have so many stories that I have actual story ideas, listed, and that's where I get far. And, for me, it's a challenge. Like I said, I wish I can, say there's a magic, trick or a magic pill that I can take, to eliminate as much anxiety as I can possible. There are pills out there that can do that, but, to have that magic trick, to have that magic, pill per se to help when it comes to the anxiety and dealing with the ADHD in many respects. And once, you figure it out, you try to get that flow back. And that's a challenge that I am working on. I finally got, I have an author business plan where I did this about 2.5 years ago, roughly. And I had everything all planned out and everything. And of course, with life and so many things going on with life, that gets pushed to the back burner. And, right now I am, currently doing a 9 to 5 job type of thing. So I can, of course, put money on, in my bank accounts, and because being an indie author is a big challenge out there, especially when you're trying to make network connections, trying to get, word about your novels out there somehow or some way without paying a whole crap load of money that you typically have to be careful with, because there are people out there that want to take advantage of you when it comes to getting reviews, getting answers, getting all sorts of stuff. And that's the tricky part about it. Like, I go on Instagram and I'll post stuff about my books on Instagram. And of course I'll get the DMs from people who are like, oh, we'll review your book. We'll do this, we'll do that. And then, that's the tricky part about that, is how do you know they're legit or not? I had a friend, a mutual friend, who, was very, I'd say, overprotective when it came to stuff like that. I don't know as to what happened in her particular case, that, obviously, brought out that overprotection. Nothing's wrong with overprotection type of thing. But once you weed them out, and once you find somebody that you can trust and there's a good business relationship, then, it works out great. But I haven't really found that when it comes to that type of marketing. Recently, I found a site that, I've been putting it off because I have like the research, and I've been putting it off, that I actually have people reading my book on that particular site. And it's all a point system. It's all interesting stuff. Yes, I paid, their monthly fee per se, to have people read my books. But the important thing is that it's people are reading my books. I'm getting some money from that, not a lot, because it's Kindle Unlimited. But, what's happening is now I'm getting rated and reviewed, and that's a big thing for me. I wanted to know what people thought of my books, and posted it online. Some people with some books, they love the books, right? And then there's some people with other books, they have, constructive criticism, and that's fine. That's what I look for. That's what I thrive for, because I like to know what people are thinking, because my intent is to, have stories out there for people to read, have a short break from their life a little bit, excuse me, so they can have some sort of, escape, which is always a good thing. Sometimes, and, love them or hate them, the characters and stories are there for people to read. And I'm not the only one out there that has a novel, a story of some sort, but, I know that I'm just, adding on to the plethora out there of stories, whether it be a love story, whether it be a science fiction story, whether it would be a mix of both. Who knows? Who knows? Out there, I'm not the only one that does something like that. So, hopefully, I can get out there soon with more stories. Like I said, I have a lot of works in progress. I have a few romance novels that I have, at least, or 2, I don't remember. And then I also have, some science fiction stories that I've been working on. And it's just a matter of me getting out there, being, getting out there and focusing, getting some sort of structure to it. And if you have suggestions on how, I can go about it, and getting my structure back, getting a process, an organization process back, let me know in the comments. I'm always curious as to what people use to get their, organization of their thoughts per se. And, I'm always looking for that, because I always try to do, something in kind. Like today, like I said, I had my author business plan, and it was organized to a certain extent, and I realized that I can do better, and that's what I did. I simplified it as best as I can possibly can, And so it works for me. And that's just a small step that I'm taking in this process. And I hope that I'm able to build on that and move forward, because I realize I do like being on, video like this to talk, because that's what I get the comments on from my friends and family, is that I like to talk. But the thing is that for me, I have to be like this. I have to be as authoritative as I can possibly be, because I am surrounded by a lot of people who have their own voice, which is nothing wrong with that. I think it's great you have your own voice, but you have to listen sometimes. And some people don't listen. So if this is another way for me to get my voice out there, this is another way for me to get my voice out there. So as of right now, I have a lot of works in progress, stuff, story ideas that I want to get to. But I know that before I can actually focus on anything like that, I need to get my processes done so I can actually do an hour or two of writing where I can focus on that and be happy with the way it goes, and give to you a story that is well thought out as possibly be, characters that you will love or hate, and I would say a good structure of some sort in terms of, my grammar and whatnot. And here I am kind of rambling again a little bit, which, that's something that is a work in progress for me. But I am here going to be posting more videos in the future. And if you've stayed this long, I appreciate you staying this long. Please like this video. If you can hit the like button, if you can. Please comment to let me know what you think about what I'm telling you. See, can't talk like that. Got to be better with the words here, because technically I'm an author and I should be better with the words, but apparently coming out of my mouth, it's not very well. But anyway, so please hit the like button on this video. Helps with the algorithm, of YouTube. Also, if you can comment to let me know, hey, you're here. What do you think? What can suggest to help me with my with me getting my name out there, and also with processes to help me out. Get my creative flow going. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit on the subscribe button so you can see more videos from me. And another way you can support me besides doing all of that here is that if you are interested in romance or science fiction with some romance in it, please buy one of my novels. I put the links to my Amazon and Google Play pages, so you can buy the ebook edition of it. Or if you want a paperback edition, you can do it through Amazon. So I put the links to my stores on Amazon and Google Play below. Purchase the books, help me out here. Once you read them, please leave a review and rate them. It helps me know, people are interested in my work. I want to know what you think about my work. And also, it helps get my name out there, because the more people who review my books, the more people can see it on Amazon and Google Play. Okay, well, this is it for now. More videos to come in the future. Thank you for stopping by. Until next time, take care. Okay? Bye-bye.